especially me.
Fortune favors the brave.
All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. So I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
My boy, war is a nasty business. It is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around.
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds. I urge you all to be vigilant. You know who I am!
You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose.
Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg.
You have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Now!
Are we seriously gonna wait? Cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
Ở tập trước, để có thể giải cứu King Lươn khỏi tay của nhím biển, Mưu Văn Dích đã đến thành Kuttenberg nhằm tìm kiếm sự giúp đỡ từ các hiệp sĩ mạnh mẽ và dũng cảm.
Kuttenberg, tới rồi.
Tình cờ, nơi đây cũng đang tổ chức giải đấu kiếm.
Kiếm gà giải đấu à?
Dành cho các hiệp sĩ tham gia cọ sát. Tuy nhiên, Mưu Văn Dích lại không thể tham dự vì đây là giải đấu đội 3 người.
Tôi đồng ý.
May thay, anh được mỏ neo hội, một hội hiệp sĩ đến từ nước láng giềng, hàng đậu mời vào, do họ cũng đang thiếu một thành viên vì bị chấn thương. Vào giải đấu,
So 3 wins go to Kuttenberg. The Frankfurt Brotherhood has won 3 rounds, 2 duels left.
Mày thua rồi con.
Mưu Văn Dích thể hiện khả năng kiếm thuật thượng thừa của mình.
For the cloth. For the cloth. For the cloth. For the cloth.
Khi anh làm bố cả giải đấu
nhanh vậy
và giành chiến thắng chung cuộc. Sau giải đấu, Mưu Văn Dích đã kêu gọi các anh em mỏ neo hội tham gia chiến dịch giải cứu King Lươn và họ cũng đã đồng ý.
Lần trước là mình chơi tới đoạn là cái hội bên ma men kia là mình là thu thập, mình đi gọi là kêu người đủ này. Còn bên đây là phía Catherine, là con nhỏ này vẫn đang làm điệp viên trong này. Bữa nay tìm hiểu, và bữa nay làm nhiệm vụ. Sau đó là mình bị dụ tới một ông đó lại là quen với cái ông hồi xưa như là ở phần 1. Nhưng mà nói chuyện thì nói chung là vẫn chưa tin nhau lắm. Và cái mục đích chính mình vô thành này vẫn là đi cứu ông Han.
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my
cái áo khoác xanh này quen.
I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malashov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Đây, chơi chắc phải 2 hôm nữa cơ. Nhưng mà đừng nói ra.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove.
Đồ.
What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
Như nào? Tô phe màu xanh. Mẹ mày, 3 ngày rồi đéo chơi. Nhưng mà Chầu. Chầu. Chầu bò. Chết mẹ rồi.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Cướp được. Đéo cướp được vậy.
Kill him! Show what you're made of!
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You alright, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's
Lúc nào
just a
thấy cảnh đánh nhau xong cũng là mẹ bên kia ôm
My
bụng hít.
God, you're hurt.
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger.
Rồi xong.
There aren't usually so many
Cộng một vợ rồi.
corpses strewn about our courtyard.
Xin thứ lỗi cho sự bừa bộn này người làm mặt thường thì sân nhà ta không có nhiều xác chết đến vậy đâu. Chấp nhận lời xin lỗi.
I should be the one apologizing. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plimo, the
Nghe
commander of
bộ
the
đồ
guard,
của ông này
I'm
đẹp
sure
thế
he
nhờ.
won't refuse my coin.
Phát.
But back to you, lad.
Hình như là mình vẫn chưa chọn được một bộ đồ quý tộc nào
I'm Henry of Scales,
để mình
squire to Laura Capon
đi
of
xung quanh.
Berkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin
Đồ của ông này là
Rutard.
trông vẻ hợp lý.
And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Ồ, tính ra màu quý tộc màu xanh dương
held
nhiều
at
nhỉ?
Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I
Nghe
doubt its
là phải
new
chọn
master will lift a
khổ
finger
thiệt.
to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Chúng ta cùng một phe.
Well, we all stand on the same side.
Hợp lý nhất.
Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either, especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman In a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help.
Dangerous? It's
Does it really matter?
It certainly does. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our neck.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus.
Ulrich
The
Vavak
new
von
mint
Neuhaus,
master appointed by
tân quản lý
Sigismund
sự đúc tiền
himself.
do
He's
chính
had it
Sigismund
in
đương
for
nhiệm.
us ever since he took over. He's been pressuring me to hand over my... And now we've killed his men. The king's men. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak is...
Tức là mình phải làm gì đó à? Hắn chắc chắn có điểm yếu.
Then let's get rid of Vavak.
It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants.
Sao nghe như
There
chuẩn bị
are
ăn cắp
rumors
vậy?
going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen.
Ây da,
Using a
tiền
fake
giả
diamond.
luôn à?
If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once.
Ồ.
But you need evidence to make so.
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing
Tức là nó
somewhere
trên
along the
đường
way to
đến
the
sự đúc
mint.
tiền.
And
Và
we
chúng tôi
have
tìm
to
ra nó ở
find
đâu?
Find out.
Tìm ra tung tích
But
của nó
how?
thế nào? Chúng sẽ không để
They
người
don't
nào
let just
bỏ từ
anyone
xuống
into
liền.
them.
You're right, my friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the mint master's office. He wanted to become the mint master himself, but because of Vavak,
And that's saying.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. If you go to him and ask for help on my... I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right.
Ây da,
It's a deal.
hợp lý
I've
nhờ.
already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for...
Excellent. You'll find Christian and tell him the password via
Via
Argentum,
Argentum.
the path of silver. But be careful,
Ôi,
both of you.
giống như con đường ở dưới,
This is our
đường lậu ở
last
dưới
chance.
à.
We'll be praying for.
Chuẩn mẹ rồi. Chủ xưởng đúc tiền. Where can I find Kristen? What should I say to Kristen? What about the corpse?
What about the corpses here?
Cái xác này như thế nào?
Are you sure you won't get into trouble for that?
Ông có chắc là ông gặp
Do
vấn đề gì
everything I
không?
can to avoid it.
Nó sẽ làm mọi thứ để tránh
I'm
nó.
also sure Vavak won't get off my back. That's why we need to uncover his fraud.
Ông không cần mình giúp à? Nhưng mà phòng ông ở đâu đấy? Ôi, giáp của anh này màu xanh đúng không? Bà mẹ nó tính là làm cốt truyện chính đấy, nhưng mà nhìn bộ đồ trong này cuốn quá.
Sorry.
You can't just walk around the mines.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for some. I haven't made much progress. I just don't have the time to investigate.
Tôi sẽ giúp ngài điều tra.
That's why
Excellent. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. But hopefully, I don't need to...
Lord Ruthard.
Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
Tôi là một thợ rèn.
My father...
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. We need to talk...
Ây à, giống như là chuẩn bị chế giáp vậy. Để ra chỗ kín thế. Không phải liền.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. We know for a fact
Thẳng
the
đây.
silver must be getting lost. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all. First of all, you should ask miners from every
Để
shift
bỏ ra
how many
họ sẽ
cores
thấy
they
được
mine in a
bao
day.
nhiêu.
After that, we'll compare the numbers.
But the yields aren't the same every day.
True. That's why, for example, the other day,
Này kiểu check coi sáng giờ cửa hàng bán được bao nhiêu tiền, check két.
So, I'm supposed...
it was just a few days ago. Nevertheless, the mine, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like, you should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or, just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you in...
Tôi sẽ là một học giả ham học hỏi. Tôi sẽ là một nhà quý tộc giàu có.
I'll behave like a...
Suit yourself. Just but to the point, the first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko.
Samko.
You'll have to ask. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll take this, so the guards will let you in.
And what are you gonna...
I'll return to the
Vậy
estate
thông
to do
an
my
toàn.
job. Once you find out how many corves the three shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll come, and don't forget.
By the way, I've had the honor.
Well, well.
He was a great help to us at
Even though we had some disagreement, if it weren't for him.
Về mỏ, về xưởng luyện kim, về xưởng đúc tiền. Thôi, thế thôi.
Whoa. Are you Foreman Samco?
I am.
My name is Henry. Steward Christian. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain...
Why should I care?
Sir Christian told me to ask about it.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but
Cái
minus rules.
mẹ
Then
liên
I'll
quan.
tell you everything.
Chơi xí ngầu à? Đây các
All
cụ
right,
mỏ đi.
let's do.
See?
Bác cấp bèo thật.
Great games.
Now will you tell me what I want?
Aye, ask away.
À, ông mày thắng ông nói chuyện được à?
What is the work?
Aye, but proper rest
So how do you rest?
depends.
Người thì ngủ, còn tôi thì chơi xí ngầu.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then only then there's not much.
How much do you make?
Don't even get me started. The chink's
Một xe
bad,
chỉ được
and
nửa
it's
gold
getting
chain thôi.
worse.
How many cores did you mine on?
I can tell you exactly. We managed to hulk 34 cores.
34
without
xe.
skimping on game time.
Trong cao này
First time
là
in
34
ages,
xe.
That's all I need to know.
If you need out, oh. Fuck me.
Chắc là đúng rồi đấy. Gì để cướp ông đây?
I already know how many core of the cruiser. It was 100 altogether.
Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book.
Cậu
How
nói
many
xem
do
ghi
you
bao
think
nhiêu
it says
xe?
there?
Ít hơn. Tại vì ít hơn thì mới cầm số kia dư xong rồi đưa cho kia để lậu.
I guess it's left.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 cores extracted.
90 xe.
That means 10 cores of ore disappear
Vậy cũng
each
10 xe
day.
mất.
But nobody could just come along and take them. The unreported cores must be going out to smelting works.
What does it mean?
That this is fraud and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up
Fett
to their
à?
ears.
Fett và Herman. Một thằng là tên Đốc, một thằng là tên là thằng lái. Mấy thằng này buông 10 cái buông ra ghi 90 thôi.
Should I go to them?
Well, accuse.
Mình phải có bằng
We
chứng.
want to hear everything they... Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
We need to talk.
And who might you...
Henry, Sir Christian sent me.
Có sự
We
mâu thuẫn
found
trong
some
nội dung ghi chép khai thác.
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100 cores of ore?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The...
Anh sẽ bị treo cổ vì điều này.
Stealing the king's silver is a cut.
I told you, I do not know any foreman Fett counts the cores here.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more cores.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted...
All three crews agreed to report.
Đừng sợ nói sự thật, nghe này hợp lý hơn chứ.
Look, me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly.
I am innocent.
Cái kia là cũng thành công đấy, nhưng mà mình sẽ bị
He
trừ
came
danh
to
tiếng.
me saying we were going to deliver more cores to the smelters. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put on the feast of St. Petronilla. I was nobody at the smelting works cared at all.
Việc này là cái bao
How
lâu?
long has this been?
Several months.
Vài tháng.
Maybe half
Nửa
a
năm
year.
trước.
Is Ulrich Vavak?
The mint master? I have no idea.
Sir Christian and I agreed to it, so just act like no, we don't want to scare him.
Yeah.
Mày nhớ nha, im lặng đi nha. Đối chất.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you?
I'm Henry. Sir Christian sent me.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shot all over the outhouse
Ở
in the
đây
yard
Chúc trong
again.
nhà xí ngoài sân.
Maybe it's a little worse than that.
Let Sir Christian handle it then.
But you're the one count.
Your point.
I learned that the miners extracted no, but the mine book.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? And they like to show off? Anyway, what's it to you? Don't you know? I work for Vavek. The
Aye, there's...
bloody snake.
Đồ chó bách lẻo.
You have nothing to fear. I'll deal with anyone who wants to harm you.
Wait. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting, he said someone wanted to talk to me. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund. He told me the trick was not to report. He made it very clear. There was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the...
He never told me his name. Even
Cao
when I
to,
asked,
mặt đầy mụn.
I don't scare easy.
How long is this?
For some time now, definitely.
Where can I find him?
You can't
Quả
ask
độc cũ
Gertrude.
nữa.
They say he was drunk.
Who pays you on the side?
I get the extra chink from the smelting works.
Do you think...
I don't know. I've got nothing bad to say about Vav. He says if Chris...
All right, Christian won't give...
Clear as a bell, man.
Mở cửa mẹ đi. Sang map 3 chưa anh á? Map 3 chắc phải mấy năm nữa em. Tôi đã dự với phép vào hôm.
I talked to...
And? Did they...
They did. I mean...
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if...
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting work. You'll have to go and look around.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk...
Something like your letter of safe conduct.
Like I said, nevertheless. I found a way. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works.
Well, I've already passed myself off as a nobleman.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, but listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him, at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and, in short, be charismatic.
What else should I know about...
In the smelting work, then they give part...
What should I know about it?
He's the slyest fox. He started to... Now he's doing...
What should I wear?
Like I said, if you don't have anything of the sort, if you're charismatic... And make sure you wash up before...
I got it.
Here, I reckon he won't be thrilled. But he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly. If my guess is correct, you could get something out of the workers. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eye... Good luck, Henry.
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of...
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me.
Scallots, you say?
You are.
Unfortunately,
the modern...
That truly... Christian writes that your family is interested in running a smelter.
I know.
Well, if so, with this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around unfettered. The guards will... But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary...
Cứ hỏi ta, chuyện gì xảy ra ở xưởng luyện kim. Mỗi ngày anh Long xử lý 3 chiếc xe.
Can you tell me what happened?
We weigh in the delivered ore, and roasting mainly separate, then the roasted... It's then cast into bars that can be sold.
How many corves of ore do you...
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants working. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf. We process a large amount here.
Vài nghìn tạ mỗi ngày.
How much silver does that make?
That, of course, depends on the quality of the ore. 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. We can make between 100 and...
Can any silver go...
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. What?
How many corves were delivered from Horsham?
Why from Horsham, of all places?
I visited the mine then.
You're lucky. I have an ex...
90 xe. Ui, đúng luôn mà.
God be with you.
Don't forget, and above all, mind you don't have an accident.
Đây được chưa anh trai?
Well,
who are you?
Buret cử tôi tới đây. Kristen cử tôi tới đây. Buret.
Henry of Scallop.
He knows better than anyone. No silver can go missing.
Tell me what you know.
You're being a little... Why should I talk to you about such...
Tôi đang tiến hành một cuộc điều tra chuyên nghiệp.
Look, I know my way around silver mining. Justice is blind. If someone's bypassing the production process just to stuff their purse, especially you, the grafters.
Right. I reckon you... It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, He bought stables here in Grund out of the blue.
Mua chuồng
The
ngựa.
entire stables. It's all very suspicious because if you want to find out where the silver keeps going, but be careful and keep a weapon close. People like him can be.
Thank you. What is your job in
here in the smelter? The extracted horse shit. It's an awful. If I could, I'd fuck off somewhere over the hills.
How do you like working?
It's a shitty fucking job. You're always breathing We'll all be crippled.
Món này nó cũng đúng đấy.
What can you tell me about my...
Well, I don't really... I could say something I'd sorely...
What happened?
The bars are kept under lock and key in a safe. Only the owner of the smelter and a handful of select people have...
bạc đấy.
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit.
Cái
I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking it.
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. Fortunately, Master Buresh warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is...
Lỗ mẹ rồi. Vậy thì ta sẽ giết sạch.
Have you gone insane? I suppose you have no idea who's behind me.
You're really a nobleman. But that's... Oi! Where are you cowards running to?
Mẹ mày. Mẹ kêu quý tộc xong chạy hết luôn mà. Kêu quý tộc con bọn này mẹ lại đánh vậy.
Now, spill the beans.
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my... It's true. As Volkmar is my name,
Kể lại đầu chuyện từ đầu tới đuôi.
As head smelter,
Tóc cộng.
I test the quality of the silver.
Kiểm tra chất lượng bạc được luyện. Tôi có quyền tiếp xúc với bạc không giới hạn. Một ngày nọ lão Buresh đến gạ gẫm tôi. Bảo nếu tôi đồng ý thì giúp tôi giàu có. Lại cho tôi một thuộc hạ làm trợ lý. Nhiệm vụ của tôi là ăn trộm những thỏi bạc, dâng lên nhà vua rồi chia cho Buresh phần của lão. Tâm sửa đổi không ai nhận ra, mọi người chuyện đã suôn sẻ, Buresh cũng hài lòng. Vài tuần sau thì lão bảo đến mỏ giao dịch với Fed, nắp công mới và phải hối lộ hắn. Cuối cùng đội Buresh buộc Fed hợp tác giống như lão đã làm với tôi, nói trắng ra là tống tiền. Mẹ một dây xuyền đấy.
Why didn't Buresh...
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king. Buresh had it all figured out.
Moving on, where does the...
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes.
Cho xây xưởng đúc tiền của nó.
Buresh has a...
Tiền lậu à.
They counter...
I suppose so. Buresh only...
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master Vavak?
Not in front of me, but you won't be able to ask it.
Đưa bản đồ.
Give me the map.
If you take the road to Old Kut, the entrance to the Mint, look here.
Bản đồ mật đến xưởng đúc bạc.
I ask you, why are you doing this anyway?
Vì vua Venselat.
I'm convinced Mint Master Vavak is somehow involved in the whole...
No, I can't help you there. Well, now you have the map, and... I know I wanted to... Please let me go, please!
Trả tiền rồi ngươi sẽ được tự do. Mẹ này có báo cho người khác không nhỉ? Thôi.
All right.
Thank you. I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed, and if we meet again, you're a good merc...
Huh?
Well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you. An embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything. And even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way
Vãi
round.
liền tối như này nó vẫn thấy.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground, no one will hear you scream.
Bố mà chấp hết thì ông định đề nghị gì à?
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavart von Neuhaus is involved.
The Mint Master? That's not true. Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
Can't buy me, Bert.
That's the wrong...
He can't leave here alive!
Mẹ tối vãi cả bìu.
Victory or death!
Lão.
You wanna try me?
Mày như nào? Đéo thấy đường. Mày ra đây.
Show what you're made of!
I feel quite hungry!
Mẹ mày, bố mày đéo thấy đường, nhưng bố cũng đánh được. Như nào?
Have you had enough, Buresh?
Tối vãi liền.
Mercy! For Christ's sake, mercy!
Underground, no one will hear you scream.
No, please!
You know very well what I want from you.
Vãi liền.
But I really don't know it.
Stop lying to me.
All right. The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's mint master, he got cocky and began to abuse. He grabbed anything he could get his hands on, took away mining rights from anyone who wanted to keep his station, had to pay him a hefty... So he came to me one day with the idea...
Why did he...
The citizens of Kuttenberg didn't like some... And they were even less happy when he started giving... I'm a stranger here too. Think what you will, but I like Vavag better than all...
So you agreed?
Did I have any other choice? He destroyed... I hate to say it, but...
Wasn't he afraid of...
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care how it... He trusts the mint master he installed. Unless...
What was his plan?
Surprisingly simple. Bribe anyone who kept record, and to keep the mint master free of suspicion. In the end, it wasn't even... And when somebody got cold feet...
What are you doing with the stuff?
Stolen? Such an ugly word. I prefer...
Whatever.
It's used to mint groschen. Genuine.
Genuine?
It's simple, really. Our coiners work with genuine coin dies. We're producing... No one can tell they're not from the Italian court.
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands.
And I can count on you to make sure... Will you give me your word?
Nếu ông trả tiền cho tôi, đúng. 40 tiền.
How much do you want?
Phải có lỗi rất lớn. Chết mẹ rồi, phải chọn hả?
I really can't give you that. You're skinning me here. I hope you're happy and that I have no... Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything you need there. It's behind that door, in the coiner's room. The key to it is right here on the table. You'd better not talk to the coiners.
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have something else. I don't know what.
I really don't have any... I'll be on my way.
Ui da.
I won't say it was nice to meet you. I hope we...
Ông này vẫn phải giấu cái này nữa này. Thế mỗi thằng phải có một cái. Ê, mấy cu đấy, tao đang ở đây à?
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing here?
Get out of here. If the guard...
You don't have to worry about...
What about Master Buresh?
I talked to Buresh.
What?
I came to get evidence against Mint
Tới để
Master
bằng
of
chứng
Vavag.
để đồng chống lại ông
Where
Ba
can
Bắc.
I find it?
There are
Chứng
some
đó tôi
books
lấy
in
ở đâu
that
đây?
chest over there, but it's locked.
Trong phòng đó mấy cuốn sổ
And only
nhưng mà
Master
chìa khóa
Buresh
rồi,
has
nên
the
bữa đó mới
keys.
có chìa khóa
Leave
thôi.
that to me. I still
có chìa
need
khóa
the
rồi.
genuine coin die from you. It's another piece of evidence.
Everything we do here is clean.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from? It's not...
We're just pawns.
Nobody's saying any different. Guards are...
Hang on.
It's just the books you're after, isn't it?
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Kể cho tôi thêm về nơi này đi.
Tell me more about...
Look, he made it this far. I reckon he knows more than we do anyway.
Tại sao hai cậu lại ở đây?
How did you end up here?
Through our own...
We used to work in the mint in the Italian court. Then, one time, we got a bit drunk on the job.
Well...
And the foreman got pissed off and sacked us.
But then, the mint master himself came to us and offered us a job on the side. And...
Who's in charge here?
Ai quản
The
lý
mint
nơi
is
này?
run by Master Buresh and his people, especially that big fella. What's his name? Neri?
They're the ones that bring us food and drink. He visits every week.
We're well
Neri.
taken care.
Qua đây keeping you here, tại sao họ lại giữ các người ở đây?
Why are they keeping?
Well, it's not.
It's just discouraged.
Tụi bay không nhớ ánh sáng à?
Don't you miss the world above?
Not really. Come to.
They even brought some wenches here for us.
We've got plenty of food and drink.
And coin. When they let us go, we'll be...
Why don't you want to leave?
We're just supposed...
And we're told not to go far.
I told you. I've already taken... They couldn't fight for shit. You're free.
Free?
Like...
Without permission?
So?
Then we could... Me neither.
Free!
Free!
Nói chuyện tiếp mày. Không phải free đâu. Đậm á, nó đi mẹ rồi. Hôm nay suốt vậy. Tôi đã có bằng chứng rồi.
I got the evidence.
Really?
Here. His hat.
There are names. I'll be damned. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where...
He obviously had it all worked out. Did you have any...
Tìm kiếm bằng chứng có khó khăn không?
No trouble.
I'm glad to hear. There's one more thing.
Hai ông kia... Thôi, không.
There was no one else.
That's strange. You'd think there'd be some... And I'd certainly expect there to be some...
I found the coin die there.
I'm curious.
Here.
What the...
4.200.
It's genuine! That means... In any case, we uncovered... But I'm afraid no matter what Master Buresh...
The books will have to...
I hope so. But be that as it may, I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has... But... For those books in retards, and it's now pretty clear to many people.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing... Only there would be a... I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. A miner jumps at coin like a...
What happened to Herman? And
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable... And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vavak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole scheme. I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine
ông
coin
kia, thế
die.
là ông kia
All
mày
you
cử
have to
người
do
giết
is
hàng
nod.
kia.
I'm no thief.
This isn't theft. A mutually beneficial arrangement. You understand that, right?
Chống lại Sigimet bằng cách này.
It's theft.
Who do you think you're helping, eh?
My conscience.
You'll never get an offer like... But, so be it. Here's your books, and here are the copies of the books from the mines and the smelt.
Thank you.
It should help the retards. Or maybe not. I'm not sure it was all worth it. Now leave me alone, please.
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and...
I'm Henry. I've got pressing news for Lord Rook. Take me to him. He's expecting...
Ah, Henry. Yes, yes. I'll let you... Shimek will take you to the Lord. I hope you're not the first to come to him today.
Lính canh cho đứa bạn đến ý kiến lãnh chúa rút khác.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visit.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund.
Sakra.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him.
Damn it! There's always counting groschen up.
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian king himself listens to him. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talk.
But you've been to see other councillors.
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholden to Sigismund for their office.
Christ above!
Divide et impera.
You are especially when everyone can see your problems.
The devil take that bastard!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt. I've heard about his crimes against the crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the echoes...
I've got proof of everything.
God.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day.
Martin, this is Henry.
Martin.
Our ally from Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas.
Tôi có cái nhẫn của ông đây. À, cái ông này là cái ông mà ông có Win đưa nhẫn cho mình xong đưa cho ông này à?
Sir, my friend Godwin gave...
Godwin?
I'm not sure what you...
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what... But I'll help you if need be.
Sir Gunsley. Min Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right. So be it. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbow.
Certainly, right away, sir.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you.
100 at least, sir.
I'll help you into your armor, Papa.
But quickly.
Mà đánh nhau rồi.
What?
No. So go to your room. Take your precious crossbow. If something were to happen.
I love you, Papa. God
I love you,
Almighty.
Papa.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to
Ủa,
you.
mẹ bữa này á đập mấy cái mà.
Gates of hell. But you're more than well aware of that, eh?
My men aren't here to protect me, but to... And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree,
Mẹ như mình
sir?
với team bên kia vậy thề.
Weigh your words, sir.
Màu xanh vãi lên.
Threats? Oh, Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender. If not, the king...
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? Do you imagine you can easily change to cite your own words? Sir?
How...
Henry, kindly inform the royal mint...
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do if... when he finds out his own mint master is robbing?
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave...
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the royal mint and with nothing but common slander?
Well, we've not had much time for that.
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones. That prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books. Or do you actually have them on you?
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are sadly stashed away out of your reach.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see...
So, do you want to...
Captain!
Sir!
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say!
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mint Master the privacy he requires.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting some...
The executioner is far from here. So I'll be standing in for him today.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master...
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right.
You certainly did, sir.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand your...
That's true. Intelligent people...
You're right. I'm more than I swear you leave me and my family in...
You have my...
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of...
Right. You said intelligent people can come to...
Spy on the king?
It doesn't sound like you want to come...
We can.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, then you'd have to run damn far...
Henry's right, so don't even think about double-crossing us.
And don't forget about your...
I understand.
Excellent.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too. I've still got some affairs to deal with. I'm sure he'll be delighted.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon... Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Masters. Oh, I can breathe. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a...
Good idea, sir.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir. You promised to help me get into...
I did. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov.
A secret passage? That's a godsend.
He won't. It's well, we didn't even know about it ourselves for a long. She can best explain to you how... She should be in her room. It's up...
All right, I'll ask her.
Don't thank me yet.
Nobody will be expecting me. Besides, I've got my spy coat on. I can deal with any locks. And if I come across anyone,
Well, I'll pray for your...
What do you mean?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms. We look helpless. But if you liberate... The word will spread like what? And that would help convince some...
You're right. I hadn't thought. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov.
You've no luck. I'll at least
mai
look
đi
at
giải
the...
cứu ông
Very
Han
sure.
mẹ rồi.
Wish you a pleasant read.
Lại đi cứu nữa.
There's more than
Thề.
enough.
Đường bí mật tới Malesso.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fort. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that. You took your time about it. Didn't you say, perchance, that you were in a hurry?
Well, yes. But how did you know that?
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud.
Ngôi miếu bên đường.
A wayside...
Are you a Christian? Never mind. It's a big white column. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... How...
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one. And again, follow the directions. That should lead you to a small clearing marked by a cross in the rocks. You dig there, and you should get to the passageway.
Đường đéo gì ghê vậy?
That's a really cunning solution.
That was exactly my intention when I think you're no fool. And that's not all. Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get...
You're right. Horses will be needed.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and I'll... No catch. Please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for... And even if he's not too keen...
You got it well figured out.
You've done plenty to help. And now it's our turn. You know, you might not be aware of it. Papa would never admit it. But you've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of...
I'm glad I could help you.
The pleasure is ours. But tell me, would you do it if you didn't need our help in return?
Có chứ, giúp luôn.
My lady, I'd help you anytime.
Truly? In that case, you certainly won't refuse my request for a little... But you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
Cảm ơn nhạc của tôi nha, các bạn nha. Nói nghe đi.
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at Malish...
What might that?
A book. It has great value to me, and I was starting to worry it would stay there, but If you're going there now...
Sao lại khó nhỉ?
And what book is this that's...
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated.
What do you mean, uninitiated?
Really? So if you do find the book...
Well, yeah.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Fear not, my lady.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself... Find it nice and quietly.
Your wish is my...
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold.
Được
You
trang
won't
trí
find
bằng
many
vàng.
like such there. And
Không thể
take
nhầm lẫn
this,
được.
so you don't get lost in the fort.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry...
I hope you find what you're looking... What will it be?
The Ruthard sent me.
What's that to do with me? Those
Từng
days
là
when
kẻ có
Ruthard
quyền
was
ở
the
Maso,
Lord of
nhưng đó là
Malashov
chuyện
are
quá khứ
over.
rồi.
I don't want...
He sends you his regard, and he asked me to remind you that he's still paying for massive...
Sakura. Nobody knows about that but him.
That's why he told me. So...
Well,
Thế là
that
chuyện khác à?
changes things. Sorry for being a bit hostile-like, but times are tough. Good to hear that Sir Kunzlin still has a few... Give him my greetings, and thank him for...
Sure.
So, tell me, what did the Ruthard say?
I'm planning a certain enterprise.
An enterprise?
That would be wise.
That's quite a lot. A fresh, fast horse don't come cheap. But fine, since you're somewhere a bit further from here so I don't get it.
Of course. And the Ruthards promised to pay for the horse if it comes to any harm.
All right. So look, here next to the stud farm, there's a kind of band of rocks below the forest. When you go alongside the rocks to the end, you'll find a wooded copse not far. There's a well-trodden patch of ground there. So that's where I'll have that horse. Hopefully, nothing will happen to him if I just leave him there. Recently, there's been wolves and wild...
Thanks.
You ought to be. I wish you the best.
Tìm nhà nguyện cũ. Kết thúc. Từ nha. Gia đình Ruthard tiết lộ rằng có một lối đi bí mật dẫn đến Malashov. Tôi phải tìm lối vào và đào một đường vào bên trong để có thể vào lâu đài mà không bị phát hiện. Tuy nhiên con đường vào đó rất khó tìm. Rosa bảo tôi bắt đầu tìm tại giao lộ gần trang trại ngựa Hestel. Từ đó tôi sẽ tìm thấy một ngôi nhà nguyện trắng. Rồi từ đó tôi sẽ thấy một nhóm đá bên lề đường và phía sau sẽ là một nhà nguyện cổ. Khi tôi tìm thấy nó, tôi phải nhìn qua cổng vào của nhà nguyện. Nó sẽ chỉ tôi nơi tiếp theo tôi phải đi.
This must be the chapel Rosa was talking about. I was supposed to look through its arch for some old ruins. Well, let's see.
Cái khe này là chỗ này à?
The chapel directed me here. There's no doubt about that. So somewhere around here, I have to find a stone cross, and then go in the direction the top is pointing.
Sau đi theo một cái hướng cây thánh giá đó chỉ à. Thánh giá, cây thánh giá đâu?
A cross in stone. This could be the place Rosa mentioned. I'll grab the spade and see if I'm in the right place.
Bẹp. Bạn đang đào tới thông lộ bí mật.
Tough job, but it was worth it. The way to Malashov is clear.
Phải liền à. Má cái lối bí mật phải kích thật.
You can do this. This is going to take a while.
Thoải mái đi anh ơi. Từng viên đá một, bạn cẩn thận tháo rời bức tường của... Ui, đúng từng viên đá thật. Bạn đang xâm phạm mà.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. sent spies to track him down, but they never came back. Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto?
Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
Why? Thằng chó.
He's got fuck all in his hands.
Con chó kìa.
Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation. And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund, and now us. He fooled all of us. What can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own two hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext. The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke. Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
Keep the gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of, and we'll catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Ủa giờ thông tin này mới tới đây á. Ái bèo thịt. Làm sao mà giết người yêu của bố mày? Ủa.
Who? Speak! The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus. What's with that boy?
Sir Istvan was like a father to him. We better go. Bring the horses!
Mẹ chém mẹ con chó à. Ê.
Jeppel, I'll send Hyman to the gate. You'll be in charge of the southern and eastern fortifications.
Bắt đầu từ đâu đây nhờ?
Franz, run along.
Đầu tiên là phải đi móc túi tí tìm cuốn sách lên cho. Nói chuyện á. Nói chuyện được á. Cái bìu bìu thịt. Nói chuyện xem nào.
Wait! What the devil are you doing in my chambers? And at this hour? Guards!
Đứng im. Tôi sẽ trả tiền cho bà.
Don't move, woman. And be nice and quiet. I'm sure you'd like to keep that.
Surely you wouldn't hurt a woman?
I wouldn't. But my steel has a mind of its own. So unless you want to meet it nice up close, better watch your step.
All right, all right.
Liệu hồn không thì chết.
Where's Hans' cape on?
One floor higher. The keys are around here somewhere.
Do you know something about a book?
Sir Otto was reading one like that.
Be reasonable.
I understand.
Sit the fuck up. Ngồi đây đi. Set the fuck up đấy nha. Hello. Có gì để cướp nữa không nhờ? Chết mẹ đi tìm rồi. Ôi, mẹ bị nhốt chỗ gì? Cái gì nữa? Trời ơi tao nè. Thế à? Ok nhá. Lát mình cập nhật sau.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Homie, lâu quá không gặp.
God, Henry. What are you doing here? What do you think I'm
tao
doing?
đi chơi Rebel với team.
Came to save your noble arse. My noble arse thanks you. Oh, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin-Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service. Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me. And I came very close to holding the town. Besides... There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right?
Chạy thôi mày ơi.
Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Bergov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique! Very
C'est
cunning.
magnifique.
So far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky von Bergov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va!
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but nothing we can't handle.
You can forget about it.
I'm not going through any passageway.
Cái gì nữa?
What the fuck?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai. But in our situation, it is more than delicious.
Fuck chivalry now. That passageway is the only chance we have of getting out of here alive.
Well, in my opinion...
Fuck your opinions. No. Just no. I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our heads.
What's gonna fall on us, damn it? If I got in that way, we can get out too. It's completely safe. So stop acting like a madman and let's go.
I can't do it.
Bố mày nuốt cái áo vàng của mày
I'm
bây giờ.
afraid of small, dark spaces.
À, nó sợ à.
Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov, and I was stuck under the ruins, I can't. I just can't.
Mẹ, nó sợ không gian hẹp.
Sorry, Henry.
Trời ơi.
There has to be another way.
Sắp lại tinh thần đi đậu má.
Have you come up with some ingenious plan for getting out of here? If so, I'd really like to hear it.
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
Mày tưởng mày là siêu nhân à?
Henri?
Mẹ, bực
You
thế
said that Von Bergov left.
Yes.
And what about horses?
I think there's a couple, yeah.
Très bien. That will be enough. But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far. Then you simply open the gate, et voilà, we are gone. Just like I escaped when surrounded by that English dog John Oakwood. It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either. But we simply have no time has passed. The fortress is quiet.
That's a wonderful plan. But we need...
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel in my hand again.
Chết đĩ mẹ, đấy có vũ khí gì sao? Trời, cái kiếm của mình. Đấy có một cặn gì cả.
Damn it, Henry. Stop fooling around and...
Well, I don't have anything for you. Maybe...
I certainly hope...
Merde.
I'll go ahead and scout it out.
Trời ơi, đồng ý luôn hả má?
Moment, I'll let you know.
And how will...
Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall.
Agreed.
Good. But you must be absolutely certain that the way is clear. If you have any doubt, do not risk our lives.
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your signal for a long time...
Précisément.
Right. The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Cape on the signal.
Đó, vậy chắc chắn là an toàn mới được á. Ngủ đi. Có gì cướp không ấy nhỉ?
I must be mad.
The horses are here. As soon as it's safe, I should give Cape on the signal.
Má, mấy con ngựa đứng đâu đấy?
That's that. Now I just need to wait for Capon. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side.
Đi cẩn thận nha. Ủa, sao còn có 2 con vậy? Con ở đâu? Rồi chạy thôi. Trời ơi. Làm kế hoạch xong đi cửa chính à. Nè. Ở đây. À đây. Nhạc hùng hồ bắn kích à.
The last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France. We, monsieur, are surely brave, and fortune favors the brave.
À, sao tôi phải cứu mấy thằng này nha.
Free at last.
Mẹ thằng này xuống này vô tù. Phi cái đầu. Rồi xong, bị đéo gì đây. Trong rừng có người thì lũ quạ này mới bay đi. Má một đội quân. Mẹ đúng lúc thế.
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
Mẹ gặp đúng người nhà để hiểu.
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy.
My boy.
Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
Từ đầu, tất cả là do lỗi của Han.
No sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light, only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Ban đầu Van Berghoff tiếp đãi chúng con rất nồng hậu.
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
Hắn là một tên cướp và một kẻ giết người.
He's some impoverished yeoman. But
He made quite an impression on me for one. I'll be happy to see him again, but if only it didn't have to be.
Sao hoa cảnh của anh Godwin này mờ thế?
Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate...
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it...
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy.
No. Like how in the devil did you manage?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Favak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long. If it comes to light that he's been putting his...
It seems you've been pretty busy.
Bận lắm trời ơi,
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Berghoff in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important...
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be
Nhưng nếu vậy thì hắn cũng có thể rình mò tình hình mãi được đâu. Đến luôn à.
Can we go to Raborsh with you? We could certainly use a drink.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the city can't. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Raborsh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in?
You've got the dirt on Vava. Just tell him either he gets you into the council...
It's worth a try.
I hope that assembly... If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes...
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long... And don't worry, I'll eat it.
Nghe thằng Hành
If I come
sướng
back
nhờ.
and find you there under lock and key,
Nghe mình làm hết mà.
I'll leave you to rot.
T'inquiète.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant. Chevalier.
He was a captive of Lord von Berghoff's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Raborsh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself. As soon as you can do so without...
He'll manage it, but now...
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you.
Nè, lại là tôi. Lại là tôi. Người phải làm điệp viên.
I'm going to see the Mint Master.
Any fool could say that.
Đừng mơ anh tìm ông ấy có chuyện gì.
I have an appointment with...
All right, go ahead.
Đánh mày luôn bây giờ. À, lát nữa đưa sách cho Rosa nữa nhỉ.
Glad to see you.
You have the gall to show...
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little...
You've come to blackmail me again.
Call it what you like.
The assembly. The one King Sigismund is...
Sigismund's just a usurper.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. And tell the truth.
Ta muốn biết Sigismund muốn gì ở hội đồng.
I want to know what Sigismund...
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel?
Đúng.
All right, all right. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately, and that will be the end.
Và thêm chút tiền nữa thì sao cái địch.
All right.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be although not everyone would want to give up.
Who's this?
Franta's his name.
Franta
Cooldown. He's an eye. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission. Otherwise, you won't.
What will I need to work as a...
Fast feet and good manners.
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt?
Well, no.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even...
Where can I find the...
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market, that is, if he's up and about after his...
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle.
What would work?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him?
I'll be going then.
Just make sure.
Suốt ngày ngồi đây.
By the way,
my favorite book.
As I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather.
You really found it? By the way...
Actually not.
That's too bad. I think you would like it.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some... Not in absolutely everything, of course. That's just... Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me?
How should I know?
That's a tempting notion.
Wouldn't you want to at least...
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me.
Nghe hay đấy.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers.
Rất hân hạnh.
My pleasure.
Viết luôn.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal parts.
Both?
Góp sức nữa ạ.
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man. I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men, so I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Cô ấy đẹp. Cô ấy thông minh. Phẩm chất mà anh coi trọng. Courage là can đảm mà.
I think above all that she should be clever.
And isn't that rather detrimental for a girl?
Đọc gì cơ? Cái gì? Đọc cái gì vậy? Là sao? Mình nói đéo gì tôi đéo hiểu. Trong văn chung này. Mà cái đó đối với con gái chẳng phải một khuyết điểm to đùng sao? Gái ngu rất chán cái địch. Nếu như cô ấy tự biết được.
Only if she's too clever and thinks she knows everything.
So, you're another man who thinks a woman's tongue is a useless organ.
Hả, thì biết rồi, gợi ý rồi. Trời ơi. Thấy gì không biết. Nói nhảm gì ấy. It depends on how she uses. Mẹ con nhỏ này.
Not at all. It can be used for all kinds.
Very well. You win. I walked into that one myself. We better get back to writing. But if the lady in our story is clever, should she employ her wits for good or evil?
Gài. Khó lắm. Nhưng nếu người phụ nữ trong câu chuyện chúng ta thông minh, cô ấy nên sử dụng sự thông minh của mình để làm điều tốt hay xấu? Sao không phải là cả hai nhỉ? Chắc chắn là tốt chứ.
I'm for good intentions. If we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write her as evil.
Cả hai cơ.
I agree. Too bad it's only on paper.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle it, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you, and you...
I'd rather keep what I do to myself.
Cái địch. Ủa, đồng ý đâu?
Well, now we're done.
Tôi nghĩ đây là vở thứ tư.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we...
You said you could...
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned...
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended...
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's not so...
Rồi, biết rồi. 1.500. Trời luôn.
I'd like to expand my horizons a little. What's the last thing you read?
You'd better believe it. I only read interesting things.
Don't have them.
Greetings.
Surely you can wait a while. Here you are. The finest fabric.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am.
I'm Henry. I heard you were supposed to serve...
I am.
Tôi sẽ đảm nhận việc đó.
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up. Fill...
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine while I run around. Why would you want to stick your nose?
Tôi muốn tận mắt nhìn thấy nhà vua.
I just have to get in. I have an important message for the king about a plot.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it.
I see. All right then. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a... Look here. Do you have any idea what...
Có.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No, show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you, and think up some...
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hope the main thing is, don't look...
Thanks. I won't disgrace you. I promise.
You...
Ok chưa?
Here I am.
Let's have a look at you've got a tune. You can put your steel aside. You don't want to be dragging everything as it Do you know what your duty for an inexperienced green?
Tất nhiên là tôi biết rồi. Máu anh chỉ dạy thêm.
I should certainly hope. Now listen. A good waiter
Đứng ở
should
góc phòng,
stand in a corner,
luôn sẵn sàng hỗ trợ
look
cho người
willing
chu
and
đáo và
ready,
không gây
and
cản
not
trở
get
người
in
khác.
anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Taqaid or red monastery.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarjitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be... We can't allow that to happen in the...
All right. Sir Adam of Zarjitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him.
Remember who wants what?
That too. But more importantly, do not and in general, a good way...
Oh? I thought
Nhạc
I
của
had to
tôi
keep my
á,
ears
các bạn á.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No, understood?
Nhớ rồi.
Absolutely.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, but you'll manage it.
I know everything I...
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easy.
Hội đồng thành phố. Đây rồi.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Không mà dám đâu có cái hết. Ủa? Tôi nhớ là tôi nhập code đôi chính nãy rồi mà. Muốn activate thì đéo nào. Rót đi. Nhà thử quả game Solar Punk chưa? Nghe quen lắm nhưng mà chưa. Để mình nhớ mình không.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this band of fights!
Cọc rồi. Lúc đó pháo đài đã bốc. Ra bùa.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seem more cheerful.
Lại vô vai ông này.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with...
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser, and you saved my neck.
None of that.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing.
You know what? Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here.
Wait a moment. Rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After
I wouldn't be too... Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malachov?
The great Baron Brabant. Beano. He's got more fairy tale.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up.
Nghi điệp viên lắm.
What do you plan to do?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head.
Have you...
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. But I suppose I'll have to
Indeed you should.
Oh, don't start with that.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what...
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Cãi nhau đi.
With nothing.
Quýnh mẹ nhau đi.
I've just gone today.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Của ông Job này. Gia đình kia để thằng kia nói giùm rồi. Đúng, ông nói không đúng.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes! And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Thôi cưới thôi mẹ. Đồ Rồi gì nữa. Tới lúc rồi.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Ông Phan chắc là sốc lắm. Thế bao tuổi rồi? Thằng này chưa biết là chắc là mặt nhỏ đấy như thế nào. Thấy như mặt nhỏ đẹp chắc cưới luôn. Chắc luôn. Ủa ở đây hả? Tới bên mình.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles, and what will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismay? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in...
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need...
We do not...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see? All you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jews, your debts will remain. Up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the...
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargets, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up.
Thằng này nãy
And
mà
if
có rót
not,
rượu cho nó không vậy?
put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over.
All I hear from you over and over again, I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally...
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few, but instead of working on them, and let the traitors cast them. But unlike my brother, and I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Má bóc lột ác.
The council is dismissed. You don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry.
Yeah.
And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
Da, khó vậy.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Má phải nhịn nhục tí để làm việc lớn. Giờ vô tù hay là bị chém thì thôi.
Now there's a piece of horse flesh for you, Rudhart. Not like that.
Nghe con biến quá.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. He wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Nhìn như muốn đánh vậy.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Van Vergot à? Kìa.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Đang uống rượu à? Thề. Trời ơi. Có người báo tin.
Jesus! The surrounded Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Xong rồi. Xong rồi. Xong rồi. Xong rồi.
No chance.
Xong con mẹ nó lên. Xong con mẹ nó lên. Xong con mẹ nó lên.
You're mine! Take that shit! Get back! Get your drone!
Hay á.
What are you done?
Hàn ơi! Đừng chết Hàn ơi! Dạ.
We'll kick your ass. What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake?
Mấy ông kia còn bị ngựa đè nữa. Tránh xa em cha tao. Tránh xa em cha tao ra. Tránh xa em cha tao ra. Tránh xa em cha tao ra.
What are those fancy moves, for fuck's sake? Each dirt, you go. Get him!
Brace yourselves! Show right!
Didn't see that coming, eh?
No mercy! Fucking horse
Show what you're made of!
Now you're mine, you bastard! You haven't
Spare him!
Right. Smash your other arm!
The end is nigh!
By God's will! Die! Your bucket, you shit!
Nice hair!
Nice hair! Finish! Yeah, don't spare him! Like you're stuck. He wounded me badly! Good!
Think you're a match for me? No, you don't!
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin.
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Má, lo đánh bóng mẹ bích.
Some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
Anh này bắt hết luôn
They
à.
wanted to slay the rest like dogs. What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but... not everyone was so...
Where did they go?
They've got to raise an army for us.
So we have a plan to counter Sig...
But, as you can see, our allies are getting...
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the...
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers.
Ủa anh đã chết rồi à?
She was simply in the wrong place.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I got there in time. Christopher tried to defend our father. But
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing man.
we'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you. But von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
Chú gì muốn bắt Odorin là đúng rồi này.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd fight.
I bet he couldn't believe it.
And Sigismund will be moving... We have to be really careful now. One wrong move...
You want to give up now?
Nobody said anything about giving up. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth.
Những người Do Thái của tôi đang gặp nguy hiểm cũng đúng này. Nãy là bên Sigimus kêu là mẹ càng người vào xong rồi cho người điều hành.
The king announced one more thing at the council. That is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies.
Rồi cứ đâu? Này vẫn đang
We
tiếp
have
tục.
to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to tell them.
Fucking shit. Sao không Mỹ?
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of my...
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could...
Von Aulitz surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most... Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our...
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't...
You're right. When I drink too much, nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's woo! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up... You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to...
Should not come here. You did. But I...
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh.
À, nhớ rồi.
That makes two of us.
Just tell him.
What did you talk about?
We talked about your...
Why? Neither of you knew it.
It's true. I did not. But I tried. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the master's... Well, the thing is, I am...
Huh?
I am Martin's son.
What?
Huh?
Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
Không, ông... Thằng này là con của ông cha nuôi của mình. Là mình là con nuôi của cha mình. Còn cha ruột mình thì còn sống. Còn thằng này là con ruột của ông cha nuôi mình. Damn.
I can tell you about him if you want. This is not the end. We have to... Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property.
The king has approved Xera.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking...
What's a Gezera?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not. We need to get back into the city and get the people. Will you come with us, Henry?
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well.
I'll be back.
Hurry up.
Và đi luôn.
We can go.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka, what brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came, and I see instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it to...
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingame. And you, sir.
All right. But could you please tell me what the...
I'll explain to you on the way.
Are you coming
lắm
too,
rồi.
Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense.
I'm not.
All right then.